welcome back to my life with plants. I'm Newman. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, I got a pleasant surprise. I was just out in the garden and the Dendrobium baby green eye had a hidden bud that flowered. So after the birds had ravaged all the buds and I was left with nothing, I got to see one. And it's a Nobile and a Moniliforme hybrid. And this one is a real compact grower, and it's only got one flower. It's such a shame. It's got a lovely greenish yellow throat there. Very fragrant, but this plant is really compact and short. And it forms a big clumps. And you can imagine the whole thing covered in flowers. It's a spectacle. I just noticed that this Dendrobium right here has got all these new growths coming away. That one is Stardust Fire something. Oh, it's on a bad angle there. Alright. So we come around here and the Blatilas are really flowering a lot now. Look at that. There are just flowers upon flowers. I've had this plant growing here for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. It's been years. It hasn't been 2 years or 3 years. It's been longer. Look at that. Look how big this, how much it's spread. Look at that. It's beautiful fragrant white flowers in this Blatila. Very nice. Love that plant. I've been busy planting other flowering plants into this garden to make it look better. Look at the Sarracenia. All of these are new growths. Actually, the lotus is starting to come away. This is another Sarracenia, and all of these are new pitches. I'd cut everything off. And right here, almost in flower, it's the flower bud on a Venus flytrap. So there's one there, and this little tiny one is surviving. It's getting there. It's probably going to have a big growth spurt because we're going to have some rain. There's a Paniculus. The stem's still open there. I can't remember the name of those, but they're fragrant, and the bamboo's doing good. And I'll let you see this one. So I thought this is Tortulae, but it's not. It's not Tortulae at all. This is from the neighbor. It's a Nobile type, and I had mounted it on a whole lot of sphagnum moss, and you can see there that it's got all these new canes coming away. 3 of them. 4 new growths. So this thing is quick to get going. Cold hardy, gets right down to -8 at night time here in Japan. Up there is Neophoenicia falcata, that's been doing the best. Mounted on this tree, even better so than in the pots. Let's see. Makes me wonder if there are any buds coming up on this one. Doesn't appear to be, but it is putting out a whole lot of new growth. It'll be a fantastic bloomer for next year. We'll just go into growth mode, that's fine. This one is actually almost finished. We have a flower there to admire. It's Moniliforme. It's my pitcher plant over there, Nepenthes, out here for the summer. We have them growing indoors really well too. While we're at it, I want you to see this Blatila. I forgot what they were. But check this one out. It's a different color. There's another one. And the seller was very generous and appears to have given me quite a lot of it. It's growing in a pot here. They don't necessarily do the best in pots, but they will grow and flower. They do better in the ground here in Japan. And this one that I want to say Cryptanthus. It's Cypripodium, which is a native of Japan. Has finished its flowering. Still has its leaf. I was just looking around the pot here to see if... Well, look, there's the beginnings of a I was going to say a ragwort. This kind of a relative of mosses right there. Sorry, the name didn't come to me, because I don't say it enough. I haven't said it for quite a long time, but looking around for it, see if it's making a new growth or not. But I bet you it's busy under there, growing away. But hosta's getting enormous. Well, this nodosa, Brassavola nodosa, I cannot see any new growth on it. It's pretty stubborn to put out new growth for some reason. However, Little Stars is starting to put out growth. It's got one there, and it's got, I can see something going right on here. So definitely coming into some growth. And you can see new roots there, so hopefully it'll grow onto the mount. These are my Dendrobium anosmums, which like a lot of water. Haven't seen any new growth yet. I don't know why it's slow to grow. It should be just exploding with growth. It's got to be shortly, huh? It's taking it so long. There must be growth in there. It's got to be. Should do a lot of growth this year. These are my what do you call them? These are also ground orchids. They're finished. That one has lovely yellow flowers I never got to see, but that's fine. It'll go into growth mode now. Danema polybourbon. It's looking great. I gotta get that fern out because although it may look neat, it'll actually take over the whole pot. I don't mind the ferns down here though. Got plenty of them. And Leptotes bicolor. Going to get some lovely rain all tomorrow. It should make it have a growth spurt. This dendrobium here, nobile type, never flowered at all for some apparent reason. Although it is healthy and it has healthy roots. And no new growth yet, but the canes are fine. So sometimes orchids do bizarre things. And this one was right next to two others that are blooming fine. What is wrong with it? It cannot get overwatered because it's in terracotta. This one here is really rooting in much better. Epicatlia Kyoguchi Happy Field. So this one does not like on the balcony with all that heat. It heats it. It's doing much better, and I expect it to put out a lot of growth. Definitely put out a lot of growth. Yeah. Lycast have a habit of dying off a bulb like it's doing there, and it's growing a new one, and I haven't had it flower. It's got a nice big bulb there from last time. This Brassavola Gulf Shores Beauty, I don't know if you can see, but right there, that is a new growth. Right there. So it's going to keep growing. This one is Cattleya Lundi, and it looks nice and healthy. Lundi should put out some growth and grow fine because now it's in a cooler, breezier area. Didn't like the intense heat last year, nearly killed it. But here it's nice and breezy, and it's in terracotta and sphagnum moss. And I suspect that it's a nice healthy plant. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. And then we have the Dockrilla right there. And lots of aerial roots. Put out some new growth during the end of winter. Don't see any new growth, however. Alright, that was a nighttime update because it's going to be pouring with rain tomorrow. I won't be able to do it. And just before you go, you can have a little look again. One of my favorite ground orchids because I can grow it successfully. And this is Phaeus flavus. It has lots and lots of flowers open on it. This one got munched a bit. There was a slug. The slug had a munch. Look at that. It's a beautiful yellow. Beautiful, beautiful orchid. Phaeus flavus. Very, very happy with it. Very happy. Alright, that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing some flowers. And I know it's at night time, but hopefully the quality came out and you could see. These are the other Neophoenicias, and this one is still healthy. This one's through a hissy fit, and I don't know if it's going to make it or not. Dropped a lot of leaves, and so did this one. Who knows what happened. This one over here is still fine. all it has to do is produce a lot of roots and hopefully flower. And this one's pretty healthy. You see new roots coming out of there. See what? One mistake I made is that I was trying to water the Dendrobium types, and our weather forecast wasn't for rain. It was just a few winter rains, but I think I might have given it a little bit too much water, because I noticed that it did this after I had watered it, so it was a little too soon. This one likes to stay dry. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? It's against all the rules. But these Neophoeniceas, when you have a cold winter like we do in its natural habitat, which is here in Japan, you don't get any rain, very, very little rain. And they're not used to getting wet in the winter, or too much. Like we have about, I think we had 45 days of dry weather with 30% humidity, and then we had a decent rain, and then after that we had another 2 or 3 rainy days. Well, after that I had watered some more, and these plants have a very special acclimatation, or they're used to the weather, totally reliant on the weather. So you can definitely overwater them. This here is the one that I love to forget, Dendrobium lodogicii, and can you see there? Those are the beginnings of flowers. So it's going to flower. And there are some there. I spy with my little eye. Flowers. Goody. And this one too. There's one. Right there. Now this one got through the winter piece of cake. And that is why I noticed that the person that sells the native orchids of Japan, they sell this too, which is a clear sign that it can grow in the same conditions, even though it's native. Not native to Japan quite, it's more western, into China. But goody goody, it's doing fine. We're going to have some flowers. Great. Better stop playing around with it, it'll damage it. And I've been waiting very patiently for this Dendrobium Hancockii. That's one name I can remember, Hancockii. And Hancockii likes to put out new growth on the old canes. You can see here. It's a really, really neat orchid. I love it. It's such a neat miniature. And it grows up taller and taller, and it looks like bamboo. And that's why they call it the bamboo orchid. Let me just get past here. Get on the other side, but waiting for growth. And I have fed it. You can see there the animal dung fertilizer. Yeah. I think it's a nice healthy plant, and I'm surprised at how cold resistant it is. So it passed everything here, our cold weather, and also it survived on the balcony. But I noticed that in order for it to grow, it's got to it's going to do better hanging under the trees. And this Dendrobium here, pretty sure it's got buds. Maybe. But it is definitely starting to grow. You can see there, it's got new growth, so it's fine. This one's starting to grow too. However, I do have a bud. Right there you can see the pink one. and I have fertilized it, so it boosts it up, so it'll flower better next time or next year. And this has got a lot of new growth because it's been fertilized. It's in here, and it does have buds. Where am I? Oh, there we are. You can see right there. Those are cats fighting, and they have a bunch of buds right here. Can you see them? Look at that. And even more. This whole branch has buds on it, and it'll have flowers like this. Looking forward to it. Goody gumdrops. Haha. And how about you? Are you gonna flower for me? Could be the beginning of a flower right there, or a cane. But you know what, even if it doesn't flower, I know I gotta fertilize it, which I've done. Inside this bag is slow release fertilizer, so every time it gets wet it drips a little in there, and it does have new growth, so that's the good thing. I was worried I might lose this one because it was on that hot balcony, but all is okay. Oh, I'm talking a lot, aren't I? While I'm out here, I might as well have a look over this side. I'm now looking at Chrysitoxum, Dendrobium Chrysitoxum, and I've been interested in these very enlarged bases of the leaves, which to me are the, you can see one right there, look, can you see it? That wasn't there before, so that looks like a flower spike on the way. And I didn't hesitate to give this one some fertilizer, which was the animal dung, and it's in a terracotta pot, so there's no way it can be overwatered, in sphagnum moss. So goody, 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 this is going to flower for sure. And up here too, you can see the buds, right, forming. And there's something great about Chrysitoxum, is that Chrysitoxum will flower even from the old canes, so never cut them off. There's a flower bud there. This is going to be such a amazing flowering from this dendrobium. I'm a little scared to keep it out here during the winter. I will bring it in. This one I can't remember. Dendrobium thriciflorum. Will it flower or not? It could. Looks promising on that cane. And this one here, it does have a swelling there. It looks like a flower bud. And this is also in sphagnum moss, and the sphagnum moss gets old, okay? It gets old and it'll try to turn into something that's like peat. However, you don't have to panic and go into repotting mode. Every time you play around with your dendrobiums, you set them back and you set them back. So the best thing you can do when the medium is getting acidic, because that's what it does, sphagnum moss, the best thing you can do is add dolomite lime. And what that will do is unlock all the minerals, and the orchid will be able to take them all up again, plus calcium, magnesium, and essential minerals. And the moss will get a nice pH of around 6.5, which is what you want. Not only that, there will be probably other kinds of moss will start growing in there, and that's fine, that's healthy. Just try to research. Repotting all the time doesn't make sense. Plants, orchids can't repot themselves, and they're growing in nature. These are a few gifts from my friend. I've hung them under here. They're in a nice shady position so that they can have a chance to grow. Yeah. Got a few branches pushing into them a little bit, but it's nice and shady under here and nice breeze blows through, so it's ideal for them. And they will grow fine. They're all keiki, so they're all actually different kinds of nobile types. This one already had a flowering, I did show it before. Yeah, so I'm really excited about Chrysitoxum there. This is one that spent the whole winter out here. Jenkinsonii. The top portion died, and this down here is fine. See the bottom part? So the bottom part is actually nice and green and healthy, and it does have slow release in this bag here, so when it gets watered it trickles down. I'm not quite satisfied that it can get through the winter 100%, so I will bring it in, I'm afraid, down to -5, and below that is a little bit too much. But I did give it a try. Some nice new growth on that Dendrobium here. It's finished flowering. And this one here has nice new growth. So that's great. And finished flowering too. Nice shiny big bulbs. So that is going to be a real healthy plant. It's going to flower a lot, and it does too. It's a good flower. This one here is looking pretty good too. Yeah, I like that. It's healthy now. It's got a lot of growing to do, but it is a yellow flowering one, but I have no idea what kind of flowers it'll have. Goody. Alright, that's it. There's orchids everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, this big, jumbo-sized nobile. The new growth coming away there, and up here too. One, another one. Just wondering how long it'll take before it actually grabs onto this mount. Should have a magnificent flowering next year. It was out of its growth cycle was out of sequence because it was put right in the back of a nursery, and its canes started to grow late. This is Tortulae. This is the Tortulae. No new growth yet. Oh, I got a Slater running around in there. Look at this Dendrobium nobile here that I haven't been able to check on. I don't know if I can get around. Yes, I can. One more to look at. Last one. This one did have buds, so they're actually developing into new canes, so unfortunately this one won't flower, but it'll have a big growth cycle, and it's very floriferous. So those could be buds and it could flower, they could become keikis, but definitely this is a great nobile type that's been in circulation in Japan for decades and decades, because it is super hardy and it flowers a lot. Nice fragrant flowers, not just a few. I mean, it's absolutely covered in them. Okay, hope you found that interesting, and that's been my life with plants, and I was just checking for mosquitoes because I'm itchy, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.